For months now, the city of Bakhmut has been the epicentre of the war in Ukraine. The battle there has been one of the most brutal of the conflict, with high numbers of casualties on both sides. Almost all of the city's 70,000 occupants have fled. Russia is working hard to capture Bakhmut in the hope that it could lead to the fall of Slovyansk and Kramatorsk as well, the two most important cities in the Donbas region still under Ukrainian control. But Ukrainian forces are holding firm. Our correspondent Yogita Limaye has been on the front line in Bakhmut and has sent this report.
This is what the merciless bombardment of a city looks like. And how it sounds. Once a quiet place known for sparkling wine, Bakhmut is now a byword for war and Ukraine's resistance. Russia is using all its might to try and take this city. We drove past abandoned buildings. 90% of the people have fled. This is what you can see everywhere in Bakhmut. Destruction. On the other side of the road, you can see apartment blocks that are completely destroyed. We're walking all over shards of glass. Pretty much every second you hear the sound of artillery fire. You can tell every minute that this is a city that is being intensely fought over. And over the past few months of fierce battle, even though it's at an important road intersection, it is the symbolic importance of this fight that has become greater than its strategic location. Bakhmut is the home Anatoly has known all his life. We see him barely react when a shell lands a few hundred meters away. He's come to an aid centre, a lifeline for those still here. Why don't you leave? We asked him.
I have nowhere to go. I'm alone. Who would want to take an 86-year-old? Here at least sometimes, when the soldiers throw away food or soup, I find it and eat it. And I get free bread. In my whole life, I've never seen anything like this.
Tetiana Sherbak used to be a midwife before the war. Now she's a volunteer.
I stay because I'm needed here. Of course I'm scared. I've been caught in shelling 3 times. I suffered a concussion. But what use will I be hiding in a basement? People stay for different reasons.
The explosions don't stop, but no one flinches. It's as if they've become numb. Running from bombs every day. Repeated trauma without an end. Olha Tupikova told us she and her daughter live like mice, running out quickly to get bread. Walking to this centre for a bit of food is a risk they take to survive. Outside we met Alexei Reva, the mayor of Bakhmut. We can't show his location. It is my job, my life, my fate to stay here. I won't leave the people, and I trust that Ukraine's military won't allow my city to fall, he said. We went to see Ukrainian defense, taken to a location we can't disclose. Underground to one of their command centers in the city. The heart of the military operation. Few journalists have been here. This is a live feed from drones beyond the eastern edge of Bakhmut, where Russian forces are stationed. The men here are trying to locate the target for an assault team that's just gone out. Commander Skala, as he wants to be called, told us this is the toughest battle he's ever fought.
We haven't seen enemy troops like this before. Their soldiers openly advance under fire, even if they're littering the ground with their bodies, even if only 20 are left of their 60 men. It is very difficult to hold against such an invasion. A few weeks ago, we had to withdraw from the eastern approaches to the city to save our soldiers.
They showed us this video, the east of the city on New Year's morning under Russian attack. In the fields outside Bakhmut, we see the daily grind to keep a hold on it. The winter makes it harder to camouflage guns and men. We watch them fire Soviet-era weapons. Soldiers tell us they work well and do the job. But modern equipment would help push through the deadlock on the ground. On the other end isn't just the Russian military. There are also thousands of mercenaries from the private Wagner group. They expect incoming fire, so we retreat to a bunker. Why does it feel like it's deadlocked on the ground? It's stuck for many reasons. The winter makes it harder to use equipment. We also have a shortage of weapons and ammunition. 21-year-old Alexander replies. Back to positions they go. Each side trying to wear the other down. In this battle of endurance. Yogita Limaye, BBC News, Bakhmut.
And Yogita was reporting there with her team, Imogen Anderson, Sanjay Ganguly and Mariana Matvichuk. Well, we can talk to Yogita, who is now in Kiev. Yogita, it's nearly a year since this conflict started. What hope is there of a resolution?
Well, as far as a dialogue is concerned, Rita, it seems almost impossible right now. Ukraine has proposed a peace summit in February, but it's said that Russia must face a war crimes tribunal before it talks to it directly. As far as Russia is concerned, it's said that Ukraine must give up regions that Moscow claims to have annexed. These are preconditions that neither side will accept. Militarily, what we've seen on the front lines there in Bakhmut is that there are very little advances being made by either side. But when we say that, it doesn't mean that it's not a deadly battle. Ukrainian and Russian soldiers are dying every day. And then there's the continuous bombardment of Ukrainian cities, which we witnessed not just there in Bakhmut, but also in the south, in the city of Kherson, where we were last week, where civilians are also dying every single day. In Bakhmut today, Ukrainian police say that 2 elderly women were killed because of shelling in the city.
Thank you very much. Our correspondent Yogita Limaye there.